dollars are booming. This is the fear of the CBN governor. Okay. Nothing is being tied. So what can be done? Our question is, what can be done so that there's no inflation? And we don't go back to ground zero.
Okay, Swift. You decided to go that particular route. Okay, we'll hold you on to it. Okay, now, statutory revenue rose to 3.48. The gross rose to well over 4-point-something trillion in June alone.
Yes.
Now, we are looking forward to being able to do ×2 of this. Because if we are saying we want to actualize the president's 1 trillion economy, then this does not even cut it. This is a progress, yes, we agree, but this does not cut it. Now, if we are looking at also at our central bank governor shouting and saying, at this part, we are scared of inflation, then how are we going to handle the $1 trillion economy?
I think one of the things that the central bank governor should also try as much as possible put in place is transparency in this monetary policy thing he's trying to achieve. Reveal it to let people, carry people along. Let them know that this is the reason why interest rate is at this level, so that, you know, people don't just, you know, want to access loans anyhow. It's also attractive for international investors to come into the country and see that, okay, fine, there's a stability in the FX rates. You can predict, you can plan ahead when you have a stable FX rate. When the interest rate is also stable, you can actually predict. People will not just access loans anyhow. We all saw what happened when people started accessing loans from loan sharks and all that. It became a pandemic. So I feel that also the state government should also prioritize in internal revenue generation, agriculture, tourism, multiple parks, recreational centers. These are ways that you can channel this money. You can build a recreational park in your community and put a certain amount. We have public conveniences. You can build that. You can channel so many things. You can build even schools, local schools in the community. All these things should not be left in the hands of the state government. Local governments can also step in. So it's all about just trying as much as possible to make sure that we can't say, no, we now say that, okay, the more money, we should be scared to grow. We should be scared that we are approaching the $1 trillion projection.
Okay. Now, add this to the fact I come to SWIFT.
Okay.
Now, increasing the rate, is it the best form of curbing inflation?
Now, I do not, depending on what the Monetary Policy Committee come up with, I'm of the opinion that it should be maintained at the same rate right now, because increasing it will tell on Nigerians. It will tell on local manufacturers and all that in accessing loans, in diversifying, expanding. We should not just be looking at international investors alone. We should also look at the ones here. So I believe that let's maintain what we are right now. Let's maintain the FX stability, and let's see maybe in the next 1 year or 2 years. Or if it can be reduced. However, if it's going to be reduced, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Because the disadvantage doesn't outweigh the advantage. We need to look at it. But maintaining it, I'm more for that.
Okay, you are more for maintaining. Now let's get back to money in circulation. If you say we have more money in circulation, based on these numbers we are seeing.
We are even seeing it. You don't need to. You know, now, the money is not as tight. People are now gifting now.
Let me now ask you a question. Why they don't know one has gifted me of late.
You are not in the right circles.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, good. If you say we have more money in circulation,
yes.
Who has this money?
That's what we are saying. So usually there are private partnerships, there's government partnerships. Of late, Nigeria, Africa has seen a lot of foreign investment, and Nigeria, to be precise, seems to be the golden bride. More foreign investors seem to be coming into Nigeria, so that's money. Okay? Now, we are looking at the fact that because of this Ukraine, Russian war, Iraq war, we as an oil producing company, we are sitting pretty. We have not gone lower, you know, so sometimes the government says, okay, maybe we'll sell $15 per barrel. This time around, we are matching this. It's not less. There was a time we anticipated 15, and the barrel crashed to as low as 5. Now, we are matching, where it's even above what we saw that the economy was going to have. So that means that more revenue is coming in. It's slight, and it has been consistent. The oil price in the market has been quite consistent. And
not for a very long time.
For a while. Seplat has been doing very well. They have bought up Orlando shares.
Of course,
so
they're a drilling production company.
That's what they are saying.
Really do.
You can see how even our local companies, in those days we had international companies running the oil sector. So our local companies, it means that a large extent of this money is in Naira, not dollar anymore.
So whose hand is it?
Good.
Is it
now,
in your hands? Is it in
in
the
my
hands
hands.
of politicians? Is it who exactly has
So
this
it's a
money? Is it in the banking sector?
by now you should
Is it
always
under
know
people's
that
beds
it's always
or in
a
rooms?
trickle down. There's always a trickling down.
Okay.
Now we saw banks advertise and liquidate and sell shares. A lot of companies put in monies into the banks, made the banks stronger, but there's so much money in the banks right now.
Okay.
That's why they are giving out loans, which was tougher before. Now, giving out too much loans to people that may not use it 100%, we are back to infrastructure. It's so easy to get a loan now, at least to a large extent. If 40 people apply for a loan from different banks, the possibility of 25 or 28 getting loans is ticked in Nigeria now. This is a challenge to the economy. When it's tougher, people intend to do those projects properly.
Save.
How many of these projects are being monitored? How many roads are being built? I don't want to call names. There are areas near my side that we started a road project. In fact, there was one that the road project has been hanging for almost 2 years. It was just completed. A part of it was just completed because of the local government election. And the person that was trying to come back wanted to know. But luckily for the area, the people in the party said, no, you are not coming back. That road had been there for 2 years. And some people were collecting money every day. Now, with this excess again, it means contracts will increase. We are not talking of normal contracts. We are talking of boosted contracts. Road is supposed to be 1 million. You increase it to 10 million. What is the excess doing? This will lead to inflation. That is just the fear of the central bank governor. And this needs to be curbed as soon as possible.
Okay, but this money is not in the hand of ordinary Nigerians. It's in the hands of a few. So can you really tell us this few?
Now, the reason why...
I keep laughing. No, before you come for this, do you know
Let's
why
put up our eyes to this few.
Do you know, I've told you, government organizations,
Okay.
parastatals, those are the people that the monies are directly...
Non-state actors.
Those are the people that are holding on to these monies. Because we know private sectors always have to make profit. So they put in there, they reinvest as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Many times, the people who slouch on reinvestment is government arms.
Okay. While we all look forward to better growing economy, we also advise that everyone out there play your part. We should not just depend on oil exports alone.
Yes.
There is also the gas side of it. What is happening to that particular economy? We'll go to our second story, and we are not going anywhere. Now, let's tell you about the creative industry. A 1.5 billion Lagos, UK Creative Economy Catalyst Fund has been launched to support Nigeria's fashion, film, and digital sectors. The initiative is a partnership between the Lagos State Government, British Council, and Creative HQ to drive innovation and scale creative businesses. The fund will provide grants, training, and global exposure to creative to enhance competitiveness and market access. Stakeholders say this investment reflects the growing potential of Nigeria's creative economy as a tool for job creation, youth engagement, and export diversification.
Grants.
Now,
Aids.
You see, no money. No money, free money.
No.
No money, free money.
It can't be free money.
Okay.
Now let's look at this. 2022.
Yes.
The creative economy contributed about 2.3 to Nigeria's GDP. 2022, and it's projected that to bring in about 15 billion in 2025. Which
Yes.
I say that's not a goal that we've met yet, because this is that 2025. 15 billion. But now let's look at it from the other angle.
Okay.
Is it bringing 15 billion for us? No. But is it bringing 15 billion for people that are taking our content outside this country?
Wow.
Yes.
I was about to say that.
So now let's come home and ask these particular questions. 1.5 billion from Woodhull Finance House, UK, Polaris Bank, and Lagos State Government. Are we looking at just accessing this money, or we're looking at training for this industry?
Okay, so there's a reason why I'm smiling. We are both in this industry, and he is a part of this industry. Thank God for people like them. As of last year, one of our biggest buyers of Nigerian movies, one of the buyers that would even give you billions to shoot movies, as much as 100 million, 300 million to shoot a movie, said they were leaving Nigeria. And it caused an uproar. Oh, the government is bad. This governor, this president doesn't know what he's doing. Thank God for Basket Mouth, who came out and had a sit down and did an analysis why they were leaving. Why were they leaving? These people pumping 200 million into a movie. In the budget, because when they are giving you, they put a budget. They tell you we want 50 million for the actors' pay so that the actors can get almost what their counterparts are getting in Europe, India. And then the producers will call the actor and say, look, Chooks, you are my actor. Sign that you are going to receive 10 million, but I'm going to give you 2 million. Now, some of the actors went to report to these bodies. And what they now do is so the bodies paid directly into your account. But these people tell you, Chooks, if you don't agree, you know there's another movie coming. Automatically, you are not in that movie. So instead of building new faces, we were seeing repeated faces, which was one of the things that made this organization say, look, it's like these Nigerian people, they are too hot for us. Why are we saying this? When money comes into Africa, the African mentality is to grab.
Which African mentality exactly?
It's an African mentality. It's all over Africa, I'm sorry, except a few countries like maybe Ethiopia, even South Africa, they are facing a lot of corruption issues, even in their movie industry. But they have been able to build a standard movie industry.
Don't you think this is a kind of generalization issue?
So if it's generalized,
when
strong platforms, it's generalized when strong.
Doing it.
It's generalized.
Everyone
it's generalized when strong platforms do not say and leave. 2 weeks ago, Mercy Johnson was on air complaining that one of the biggest TVs in Ghana took her movie that she released a day before and showed it live. That's corruption. They are supposed to pay her for the rights of the movie.
Calm down.
She can sue. This is very. I told you this is personal. Now, this monies that is coming in, we have been aware 1 or 2 beautiful people have been, unfortunately from a particular side, have been able to build film villages, showing us that investment. What is happening in Asaba? Asaba industry have one of the biggest movies that for local consumption. Why is there no film village that is being built by individuals? What's happening in Kannywood? So when you are putting these monies in, this is not the first time this money. I've been in a lot of trainings. I've seen a lot of partnerships, and I've seen some producers get richer. I'm not seeing enough.
Hold on to that producer.
Because only me used to talk. Yes.
No, because that money has not touched our hands. Do we have a scenario where people coming with money really understand this industry? Because this is one thing I really need to understand. If you are coming with money you see something possible, practicable, but you don't really understand the industry, you end up leaving, or you will end up getting played. So do you think they understand the industry?
I think to an extent they do understand. But you see, the thing about it, some of these big investors, I don't want to mention the Primes and Netflix, when they come into the economy, they look for the big names, the big shots, and they collaborate with them because they feel it's easy to collaborate with an RMD, a Mercy Johnson, who is well-versed in the movie industry, pump money, and all that. So it makes their job easier. They pay Mercy Johnson whatever she wants. She goes and produces the movie and everything, and they have a deal, believing that everything will come out smooth. But of course, there are also some economic factors that will come in, and there's piracy. Have we even been able to tackle piracy? She's just talking. So many times I've seen different actors, actresses, producers, they will come online and be telling, and sometimes they even curse people who are going to, this other platform. to stream their films. There was a particular lady, I watched her live. She was on live, encouraging people to go and watch her film. And someone in the comment section, the guy was like, I'm waiting for 1 more week for me to download it on Telegram. Yes. And she got angry. She really got. So these are some of the things that happen. Some of these big companies, when they come, once they know that, SOUQ is a Zebejuro or SOUQ or something, is a big movie producer, why not partner with him rather than start from the ground? It is those that are in the country that actually understand. The Funke Akindelis, like she said, built a film village. Now, she understands because she started way back when she was in secondary school, so she understands the economy. Then again, we have some creatives who believe that once they appear in 2 or 3 movies, they have automatically become a producer. We have that case. And there are some that believe that, once they've done maybe 5 films, they can shoot a movie in 1 month. Overseas, people shoot 1 film for 2 years, 3 years. Blockbusters is shot for 3 or 4 years.
We don't have that.
Tyler Perry is breaking the rule, by the way.
Budget.
He's doing 1 week now.
We don't have that kind of budget.
We don't have that kind of budget, but you can actually partner, even if you don't have that kind of. Like I said, Netflix and all of that, they are closing deals. They are giving big amounts of money. Now, so the thing now is, for instance, maybe one big company gives me like, let's say, $1 million. Now, I don't want to say the Nigerian mentality, but let me just use
There's nothing called Nigerian mentality.
There's nothing called Nigerian mentality. But someone might say, this $1 million, that's about 1.5 billion naira now. Let me take out maybe 700 and keep it for myself. Then the remaining, I now try and be looking for cheap actors, this, that, and all that. But let's be honest, some producers actually go through a lot. I remember there was a particular producer who said he had to sell his property to invest in a film, and it did not yield any return. How do you expect him to go?
How do we expect him? Now, this is where I was really looking at that financial training.
Okay.
Not just for the person that is producing, but also for the investor. Now, most people, they don't understand the industry.
Yes.
We had a case of Bank of Industry some years back, and they had a particular department for creatives. And people were just coming and taking funds to go produce movies. They, on their own side, they are bankers, they are money people. They deal with
numbers.
They deal with numbers. And people that go produce normal things, sell in the market. Now, creatives, a lot of your works are not tangible. You can hold on to it. And it's not something like performance. Once it's done, it's done. You can't say you're calling it back. Or you're saying this quarter, don't sell anymore. These are a lot of things that we should be telling ourselves some basic things. Okay, Olga, sit down. No, this is how this place works. So every one of us within this sector, we need this financial training. And if you also observe, most projects, most funds coming in as funds for the creatives, there are no insurance on them.
Yes.
I was going to say that. Are they insured?
There are no insurance on them. Even the person that is producing, he is not insured. So most times when he has a problem during that period of production, it's still that fund that will solve that problem. So how do we have to sit ourselves down and tackle this issue? We are not as developed as an industry as you have in Hollywood,
Of course.
where everybody is coming together, but you have lawyers, you have insurance, you have money people, you have studios, you have networks, but all the whole chain is working together. Not like here in Nigeria where one person takes it from beginning
To the end.
I think it has to do with the fact that one person wants to make all the profit to himself.
Do you think so?
Then again, I feel that, we've seen Universal, Warner Brothers come together.
Please. Universal is richer than some countries in Africa.
No, what I'm basically trying to say is, let's have big movie producers and another small or less big producers come together, build mega villages, film villages, as big as a whole community.
Who will fund it?
You can partner with banks or institutions or foreign investors.
Are the banks ready? These are questions we need to ask.
But
Are the
before,
banks
But
ready?
it's
Before
a
you-
viable market. It's
Yes.
just it has to be done properly. Then training also.
So before you go there, at least I know I had the privilege, I think 2 years ago, to be at the Nigeria Actors Guild. There was a training. I was also at the filmmakers seminar. And there was something that they are trying to put in place. They had I think the Minister of Culture, Tourism there, and they were talking about they were putting in place insurance, like you said. There was also a representative of the Nigerian Insurance Commission there, and they were talking about insuring the lives of people on sets, insuring cameras, insuring studios because of the accidents that happened. That was the first. They were also talking about piracy policies. In Nigeria, there was the customs service was also at that meeting, because the customs is now working with some parts of the Nigerian filmmakers industry. So there are certain numbers of cameras if you are bringing in. If you have not, before you can bring in a camera, if you are bringing in from film production and all that, you need to have written to the Nigerian custom that, okay, this equipment I'm bringing in is from film production, so that they can reduce the taxation and check what you are doing. Also, if you are selling out movies, there's a way if you are taking out movies, they are clamping down on all those things to reduce piracy. So, but you see this thing, during the meeting, at the end, the summary was like, these policies would take time. The Hollywood you are talking about, it wasn't built in a day. It took time. It took a lot of shady investors at the beginning, then it became structured. So for Nollywood, I just feel if the Nigerian government puts in strict policies. For example, Netflix that had to leave Nigeria, and that's where the fear comes in. If Nigerian government is directly involved with the EFCC, Netflix has given you 200 million naira. If you do not give me a movie that is worth 200 million, and the actors on set are complaining that they are not being paid, producer can be arrested. The DOP should be arrested. For
this whole, the DOP has no business.
No, because he should report. You can report.
The person in charge of that monetary issue on that production is the line producer.
The DOP too, we should have a lot of whistleblowers. What I'm telling you is, if the arrest is coming down, I'm telling you, if the director knows that these cameras you have given me, they are not worth the standard of 200 million. And you report to the agency, you send an email, send pictures.
How is the director?
I'm telling you,
how do you even know?
You are asking, you are asking of solutions. It is a solution.
Okay, sorry to cut you short.
Yes.
He's being paid to come and direct.
Good.
So what's his position?
The first thing you do when you...
This camera...
No, that's his job. He looks at the camera.
Okay.
Now, if he knows this is a 200 million naira project or a 500... There was one that was a 1 billion naira project.
Okay.
And you give me a camera that is not what it is, not a red, you know.
Okay, now...
I can report it. If I know that I can be arrested.
The issue is this. The issue is this. For when it comes to chain of production...
Yes.
One person hires everybody.
Yeah.
Who happens to be the line producer.
We agree.
He hires everybody. So he hired the director. He hired every other person. If somebody has to be held accountable, is the line producer.
So can I ask you, in movies where the stuntman has made a mistake and a bullet mistakenly kills somebody or injures somebody, who gets arrested? The DOP and the stunt person. They are the ones that go on trial. Because in advanced, this is what we are saying. Okay. In advanced countries.
You are looking at action.
Yes, in advanced countries.
You are looking at action on set.
If it is your department and you have not reported it, you should also take part of the problems. You should take part of the fault. So
why they are taking part of the fault? We look forward to having a thriving economy. We look forward to having having our creative economy, not just the film, not just fashion, not just entertainment. We want to see and get to a place where we can look back and say that aside generating employment, aside getting people out of poverty, that there is a sector that people are leaving school and aspiring to go and join, not just because of the glamour in it, but because it puts food on the table and you are called a working class, helping not just your family, but the nation. We'll go on a very short break or we will return. Don't go anywhere. This is SBL.
Think like that. Because it's the mind that needs to first of all be rebranded.
Minister said he's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigerian content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff?
Within this side, let's also learn citizen diplomacy. See something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
Hello Nigeria, hello Africa. Yeah, this is Sound Man. Keep watching SOUQ News.
My name is Babalola from Excel LED. Keep watching SOUQ News.
My name is Shepherd Michael Adewale Onofuye. I enjoy you all to always watch SOUQ News TV.
Hi, I'm Tom Boggaballs, and please keep watching SOUQ News.
Wale Seriki, SLG Lagos Island East, SOUQ News. Keep out watching them and keep a lookout for them. They're up and coming, and we're proudly to be affiliated with them.
You alone where they make me go crazy. This your love in the cool of my brain. You're my medicine, I need you all day. Yo, it's Blackface Nigeria, and you're watching SOUQ News TV. Keep it locked on this dial, don't change it. You know what I say? Blackface Nigeria, love no bad.
Wale Soyinka, born Akiwande Oluwole Babatunde Soyinka on July 13, 1934, in Abeokuta, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria, stands as one of Africa's most celebrated literary figures and a global icon of resistance against oppression. His life and works reflect an unwavering commitment to justice, culture, and the transformative power of art. Soyinka was born into a Yoruba family in colonial Nigeria, an environment that exposed him to both traditional African culture and Western education. His father, Samuel Ayodele Soyinka, was a school headmaster, while his mother, Grace Eniola Soyinka, was a devoted Anglican. This blend of indigenous and colonial influences deeply shaped Soyinka's world. Soyinka attended Government College Ibadan and later proceeded to the University College Ibadan, where he studied English and literature. Soyinka completed his education at the University of Leeds in England, earning a degree in English and later a doctorate degree. In the late 1950s, Soyinka began working as a dramaturgist at the Royal Court Theatre in London. However, his passion for storytelling and cultural preservation drew him back to Nigeria, where he founded two theatre groups known as the 1960 Masks and the Orisun Theatre Company. Soyinka's works, often a fusion of Western dramatic techniques and African themes, address universal issues of justice, freedom, and human dignity. His early play, titled A Dance of the Forest, which was introduced in 1960, written to celebrate Nigeria's independence, critically examined the nation's socio-political trajectory, setting the tone for his career as both artist and activist. Soyinka's activism became more visible during Nigeria's post-independence years. In 1967, during the Nigerian Civil War, he called for a ceasefire between federal forces and Biafran separatists. This led to his arrest by the military government, and he spent 22 months in prison, where he wrote a short drama titled The Man Died, Prison Notes, a harrowing account of his imprisonment and a profound critique of authoritarianism. Soyinka has authored more than 20 works, including plays, novels, poetry, and essays. In 1986, Soyinka became the first African to win the Nobel Prize of Literature, an achievement that brought global recognition to African literature. Soyinka remained an outspoken critic of oppressive regimes, often at great personal risk. His activism extended beyond Nigeria, addressing global issues of injustice and human rights. During periods of military rule in Nigeria, he went into exile, continuing to write and speak against tyranny. Today, Soyinka is celebrated not only as a literary giant, but also as a symbol of resilience and moral courage.
Known as the father of African literature, Chinua
Take Nigeria, because it's the mind that needs to first of all be rebranded.
It said it's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff? Within this side, let's also learn citizen diplomacy, see something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
Welcome. It's still SOUQ Business Landscape. You need to hear and be part of the conversations that happen behind the camera when we go on break. It's electric. Now let's get to this particular story, and it's very electric. Power generation companies have opposed the Enugu State Electricity Regulatory Commission's decision to slash the electricity tariff for Band A customers from 209 Naira to 160 Naira per kilowatt hour, effective August 1st. The Enugu regulator said the new rate reflects federal subsidy support, with only 45 Naira of the actual 112 Naira generation cost passed to the consumer. The move, however, has drawn sharp criticism from generation firms who say the tariff model increases the financial burden. The Association of Power Generation Companies, through Executive Director Dr. Joy Ogaji, warned that the decision could deepen the sector's growing debt crisis, with over 4 trillion Naira already owed to GENCOs. She noted that the federal government's 900 billion Naira subsidy budget for 2025 remains unfunded, while GENCOs face monthly generation invoices of 250 billion Naira. Ogaji questioned who will bear the unpaid shortfalls and called for a clearer subsidy policy and financial structure at the national level to prevent market collapse and restore investor confidence. Good. Now, Enugu State has come up to say we are trying to make sure our people pay less because Oga federal government has given a subsidy. Lady and gentlemen, is this state taking what has not been given yet or standing for the people? Or is it politics that is playing out?
While reducing electricity tariff may seem good to the people, especially Band A, I think from 209 to about this thing, we should also look at the GENCOs. They are really struggling. So much is being owed. So you now saying you want to reduce the tariff, how do you expect them to even thrive? How do you expect them to have more money to expand, to generate more electricity? Dr. DJ Adeleke just made an announcement that his $2 billion plant in Ondo State is ready, waiting for power, gas grid connection. That's a private investor. But yes, I understand the fact that Band A consumers, they pay a whole lot. I am not even a supporter of Band A, Band B. I believe every Nigerian in every nooks and crannies should have access to uninterrupted electricity. That should be the standard. That should even just be the standard. We should not be praising them to say, oh, we are Band A or Band B.
We have a class mentality around here.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. So I don't want to say it's politics. I also don't want to say they are not thinking about the Enugu citizens and all that, but they have to come to an agreement. So I think NERC, TCN, the GENCOs, Enugu State government, they need to sit down and finalize this. Because just taking one drastic action would still trickle down into the economy.
Will still trickle down into the economy. SOUQ, let me come to you.
Okay.
Do you see a situation whereby we are overpaying for what we consume?
Okay, so for me, I think that this is dicey.
Okay.
Because I've been at the receiving end of electrical companies of late. It's a very bad story. Somebody comes into my house and says, your meter is not running fast enough. And I'm like, okay, yes, it's an old meter. This is what I consume. I'm not at home most of the time. And then the person starts to tamper with it. About 4 of them. Are you sure this is your meter? Madam, you did not tap. I said no. And the person leaves. A week later, I noticed the meter has stopped working. They come back and report it as blank and file. They go back again. They come back again and tell me they now want to put me on estimated billing. And I say no, because estimated billing means you can just bring 200,000 Naira and tell me this is my bill. And so we start to fight it. They disconnect me. I have an inverter in the house. I would tell you, for over 7 months, I have not had electricity. I needed a new meter. It took 3 to 4 months. There's government giving meters that are in their stores. But they tell me that, it doesn't just come, you have to appeal, you have to apply. And they told me, madam, you may be there for 1 year. Look at that man there, he has been here for 6 months. That one there. So I had to pay a backdoor fee of about 70,000 Naira to get a meter. And so when you're looking at the clients, because I'm somebody that I'm pro, pay your bills, whatever they are giving you, what we are paying in Nigeria is less than what everybody is paying in the world for electricity. I agree. But when you look at the bottlenecks, for now, we are still a growing economy. I think it's fair for government to do a lot of subsidy when it comes to electricity. Because if you frustrate people, they are talking about the fact that this government is accomplishing a lot. If I cannot see, if my bills for electricity is too much, I would not believe that the government is accomplishing the world. And that's what the common man is crying for. Why don't you, I think you should bill according to income. Now,
bill according to income, or bill according to consumption?
No, I'm telling you, bill according to income.
Okay, subsidy according to income.
I have the privilege of living in an area that you have termed as band A. I did not ask you to put me on band A.
Yeah.
No, you have to come to this point.
She's right.
I earn 300,000 or 500,000. You earn 8 million. You earn 5 million. There are still kickbacks from contracts. You are in band A, I'm in band A. How can we be paying the same thing? I'm going to be crying. So I think it's not your area that should determine band A. I think that's the first thing. It's you personally. According to what you earn, you should go there and say, I earn 50,000. I earn 150.
Should it be what you earn or what you consume?
Yes, and that's how it's done everywhere in the world.
Now,
it's what you earn.
If you're looking at what you earn, then that means let's look at subsidy.
Yes.
Subsidy on consumption based on what you earn.
Yes.
Not payment based on what you earn.
So you can imagine I run a company in Marina. I'm using 2-bedroom. Somebody is using a 16. And we are paying similar because we are band A. No. Look at my tax income. Look at his own taxation. Let him be on band A because he earns 300 million. I earn at most 5 million and I'm proud that I've gotten 5 million. So let me be on band C or D. Yes.
Okay.
That is the problem. And so, I'm sorry, one last point. So what she's saying is, look, if you impose this, it's going to cause problems. But if you don't impose this, our local, like for example, I don't want to call names now. These are our local discos. They are already bearing the brunt of a lot of people owing, a lot of people doing bypass. You understand? A lot of people that don't pay bills at all. And so if you now do not allow them to make their monies, it means they may shut down. So it's a 50-50 thing. And for me, the only person that can come is Big Daddy, which is federal government. Big Daddy should
Is it federal government that will come to somebody's house and say stop bypass?
What I mean is Big Daddy should come and, bring subsidy. Let the discos get paid. And let people like us also be okay. And bring rules that pay as you earn, not your area. I cannot be on band A when my neighbor is earning 500 million. Why?
Hold on, sweet. Let's get to the Enugu story. Should Enugu pay the shortfall?
State government, yes.
Yes. First of all, the government is owing, I think, about 4 trillion Naira to the Gencos.
The Enugu state government?
Yes.
Also,
or the federal government?
Federal government, actually. Then, Gencos, according to reports, spend about 250 billion Naira every month to produce electricity. Does that add up? So, if you look at it, like I said earlier on, let me use her word, Big Daddy. But I don't believe in pay as you earn. I don't believe in that. All I believe is if you have promised subsidy on electricity, let electricity or let Gencos breathe. They are already running at a loss. This year, okay, unlike last year, we had so many national grid collapse. I mean last year, unlike this year. This year, I think it's fairly better, unlike last year. Now, how would these Gencos, how do you expect them to survive? Investors may even start pulling out, which would also lead to job loss. So that's why I say it would still trickle down to the average citizen.
Okay, to still trickle down. Now, the World Bank gave some loan 2 years ago for distribution companies to be able to work better, to procure meters. The federal government also has that particular project. This has been ongoing for well over 2 years right now. And we're procuring meters from China. That has caused some rumbles some while ago. Should we be focused on increasing tariff or focus on driving more people to get connected and pay for the service?
So you see, driving more people, like I told you my story, to get connected, I had to do a backdoor payment.
Which is going to somebody else's pocket, not government pocket.
Bam! So it was so bad that you go on the site because so that the system, like in Lagos, they are trying to make a conscious effort that you don't need to go and pay physically. So that there's no corruption, there's nobody saying, madam, don't worry, just bring 50,000 instead of 300,000, we'll give you meter. You understand? Now they have made it online. But when you get on that platform, and they have made sure that the contractor does not work with this particular disco at all. It's an independent contractor. But when you get there, when it gets to a certain stage, when it's for you to include your BVN or something, it just goes blank. You do it again. I was doing it for over a month. Then they said, okay, madam, come to our office, sit down. We'll give you our internet. Come and do it here. And the same thing was happening. And I met somebody that had been trying to apply for over 6 months. I met somebody, and when I was going, somebody takes me to a corner. I said, madam, you see the way it works here?
Yes.
So if you are asking the question, first, are there policies? Like I say, you see Nigerians or Africans, we like hard hand. I'm sorry to use that word. Even in China, they are so much, they are so hard on corruption because they know they are people that if you leave them, they are going to run into this. So in Nigeria, I believe that systems can work if they are strict policies. Now, talking about meters, like I gave you the story, there was a time there was a video circulating about 5 years ago where the federal government gave out meters. And guess what? They were in one office where there was no roof. So rain was falling on the meters. About 300 brand new meters, and they refused to give it out to clients. So that some people who keep going to be doing estimated bill, madam, your bill is 20,000, oh no, make it 5, oh no, and these monies are not going to the disco. So until we can structure these policies, federal government will have to keep doing Big Brother. And if they want to stop doing Big Brother, then they need to start to make arrests, not just of people now, first of the trickling down, the people that are in charge of energy consumption, so that your staff know that if anything happens, you can be arrested and you can be jailed. That's the only way I see the system working. I'm sorry.
I think Big Daddy cannot
keep
go and be
those
monitoring who and who is holding meters and all that. I think the people holding it, they themselves, they have some questionable, answers and questionable integrity and all that. I remember there was a time, even during former late President Muhammadu Buhari, former Vice President Oshibajo, ordered that every Nigerian should be given meters. I was even happy then. I also remember the house where I was living before, just like Swift. It took us a year. We were promised before entering our house that we would get meters, but until after a year. Now, during that time, the estimated billing was ridiculous. We paid 400,000 one particular month. It was really... So that was...
Were you running an industry in the house?
We were not running an industry. We had to even appoint some of the tenants to go there. That was how we now got to find out that these marketers, they have a target.
Yes.
Let's say their target for this month is like 300,000. So when they meet that target, whatever excesses come, belongs to them.
They call them enforcers.
So they remit that. So because there was a time they did a wrong billing, and we went to complain, and they said, oh, the machine has printed, that once it is printed out on paper,
there's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do.
Okay. This is a case of establishments, be them private, be them government, that need better running, better people. If we can automate a whole lot of this and remove the human interface, I think we'll be able to walk and go past some of this kind of stories. But hey, dear big brother, as you are called right here, we need to get meters to the houses of people so everybody gets to pay without human interference. We'll go on a very short break. When we return, we'll tell you what's happening with the stock market. Don't go anywhere.
Take Nigeria because it's the mind that needs to first of all be rebranded.
Said is going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, you know, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff? Within this side, let's also learn citizen diplomacy, see something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
In Africa, if there's one man who has consistently been a household name and index of reference in the business arena, the name Aliko Dangote apparently stands tall. The Africa's richest man clearly benchmarks success, wealth, and prosperity. His unofficial love and passion for business are quite phenomenal. These can be traced to his background. Born in April 10, 1957 to Maria Sanusi Dangote and Mohammed Dangote, his maternal ancestors were prosperous caravan traders under British colonial rule, and his grandfather, Alhaji Sanusi Dangote, was a commodity trader. Dangote's grandfather was heavily involved in his upbringing and helped ignite his entrepreneurial spirit. For Dangote, one will ever assume his wealth was handed out or easily channeled, being an offspring of Dangote, or his success didn't come through daydreaming. Dangote complemented inherited fortune with deliberate hard work and innovation to pave his way to the top. Those who knew Dangote while growing up will not be surprised at his outstanding success. At age 8, Dangote uses pocket money to buy sweets, which he and others sell for a profit. Everything big in life starts from little. Taking a clue from this, Dangote, from a seed loan of 500,000 obtained from his uncle, started business, which he traded commodities and business supplies, primarily cement. By 1981, his firm was successful that he had incorporated other businesses and established the Dangote Group. His empire extended to foodstuffs, including sugar, salt, wheat, cement, haulage, and other business concerns. Among his holdings were Dangote Industries, Dangote Bale Nigeria, Dangote Cement PLC, Benue Cement Company PLC, Dangote Sugar Refinery PLC, Dangote Flour Mills, and Nascent Ally Industries PLC. In addition to his holdings in Nigeria, the Dangote Group has operations in several other African countries. With these giant strides in the business arena, Dangote will forever be grateful to his grandfather for giving him wings to fly. According to Forbes, an American business magazine, Dangote remains the richest man in Africa with an estimated fortune of $13.9 billion. Dangote is one Nigeria, highly decorated with honors as well. His urine service and huge investment also got him both local and international recognitions. Like the Guardian Man of the Year in 2015, he won the 2016 African Business Leader Award organized by the African American Institute. Dangote was cited as one of the top most influential Africans by the New African magazine in 2015 2017, 2018, and 2019. He was recently conferred with the prestigious award of the National Order of the Lion by the President of Senegal. When it comes to breaking jinx, Dangote has it in full measures. He took his pioneering and jinx-breaking adventure to another dimension with the unveiling of the $20 billion refinery, widely adjudged as the largest single-train petrochemical refinery in the world. The refinery has the total capacity of 650,000 barrels of crude oil per day and is expected to earn as much as $21 billion in annual income. Situated on 2,500 hectares site at the Lekki Free Trade Zone, Lagos, it is supplied with crude oil by the largest subsea pipeline infrastructure in the world. When fully in operation, the refinery will provide 135,000 permanent jobs in the region. When it comes to family life, Dangote seems to, however, prefer maintaining a low profile. He got married to Zainab in 1977 but divorced at an unknown date. He was later married to Maria Mohammed Rufai. Dangote has 3 daughters named Halima, Maria, Fatima, and he also adopted a son named Abdurrahman. Dangote is one grounded authority that combines rare intelligence with self-effacing demeanor, a persona that naturally makes kindness. Like an eagle, Dangote's foresight and unusual business acumen make him a rare to come by. Though he owns chains of business in Nigeria and across Africa, the quest by this uncommon risk taker to conquer more business territories may not wane anytime soon.
First of all, be rebranded.
He said he's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content, and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff?
Within this side, let's also learn citizens. See something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
Welcome back. We're still here on SOUQ Business Landscape. Nigerian stocks have posted a historic 136% gain since President Bola Ahmed Tinubu assumed office in May 2023, making it the most significant rally under any civilian administration since 1999. The all-share index have climbed from 55,769 points to over 131,000 points, while market capitalization has surged by 45 trillion to surpass 75 trillion. Analysts attribute the bullish trend to the administration's bold economic reforms, fuel subsidy removal, forex unification, and a central bank-led recapitalization drive, which have boosted investor confidence and attracted liquidity into the market. Domestic investors remain the dominant force behind this momentum, accounting for over 81% of market activity between May 2023 and May 2025. Key growth sectors include banking industries, ICT, oil and gas, with notable gains from companies like GTCO, Zenith Bank, MTN, and Aradel Holdings. While inflation and cost of living concerns persist, the capital markets performance underscores renewed investor optimism. Market analysts expect the rally to continue through 2025, further cementing the Tinubu era as a defining chapter in Nigerian capital market history. These are the days of the boom.
Yes.
If you remember some long years back in the era of the Silicon Valley, I'm not that old. Stop looking at me like that.
No, come on. We lived it.
Okay, good. Now, in the era of the okay, you know where we are heading to. When stocks that had to do with ICT technology and co just decided to wake up one day and made people billionaires.
Yes.
Now we are back in that era, somewhat in the Nigerian stock market. Now we are seeing a whole lot of confidence. Now, if you also cast your mind some years back when we had banks float a whole lot of public offers that decided to go sideways. And people almost committed suicide in this country.
Yeah. Yes.
Two sides of the same coin. Now, we saw a whole lot of, what's it called, appraisal and a whole lot of things going to... We didn't see people thanking the people in the hands of affairs in the stock exchange. Because if they are not doing a good job, from Oyema to the present one, to those that are working with them, if they're not doing a very excellent job, we won't be recording this feat right now. But now let's bring this home. How is this progress, these monies that are making people in this particular, that are invested in this particular place more money, how can we see it trickle down to the everyday person?
Well, for investors, this would also create more wealth for them, more opportunities for them, because this has to do with investors' confidence. The investors are now believing in the government policies. They believe that it's going towards a good direction. And if more people invest in stock is basically you being able to, you wanting to expand a particular business or organizations and all that. And when you want to expand, definitely you would hire more people, you would hire more expertise and all that. So it would automatically bring job creation. It will trickle down. And definitely, if more people are getting hired, it means that more people will have more purchasing power. So it will trickle down to the average Nigerian citizen.
Okay. Now, Swift, let me get to you. Earlier on, we were talking about money in circulation.
Yes.
Now, we are seeing that people have, companies, government, politicians, and a lot of entities have more monies in circulation. And this is a very viable option to invest in. Are you seeing a lot of that money getting into this particular sector?
So I would say yes, and I would say it is. This sector is very strong because a lot of monies have gotten into it. A lot of people have invested into stocks. Now, there's a reason why. In 2024, it was forecasted that the stock market was going to do at least 3% daily on stocks. And by the end of 2024, or by September, by that quarter, they realized that every month there was at least a 33% or a 32% increase in stocks. Like I told you, stocks like Seplat, banking, telecoms seem to be doing very well.
Let me stop you there. Let me puncture your tire.
Oh yeah, puncture, because this guy is about to go now.
When you say stocks like Seplat, hope you know how much one unit is selling for Seplat.
That's what we are saying. You are asking a question. There's a lot of money. Who is investing? Most of the people, most of these stocks we are talking about that are doing very well. It's not you and I. It's not, I'm sorry to use, I don't know about you, but it's not me. Because, for example, when the banks decided to list offers and do the liquidity, the list you could buy was 50 million naira. Probably 50 million.
50 million shares.
Yes, 50 million naira worth of shares.
That's too much.
God. I'm telling you.
Okay, at how much? At 70 kobo?
I don't know how
or
much.
At 20 kobo or at 5 kobo?
Because when you walk into a bank and say, oh, I want to tell you, okay, you are welcome. And then they will give you.
Right now, who exactly are you banking?
That's what I'm telling you. Hold on now. This was what they were selling. Now, we're not talking about the open market. The people who got majority of these shares were buying at 50, 30, 100.
Those are at that level.
Good. Now, if you have 30 million, 50 million to just keep somewhere and be waiting for dividends at the end of the year, you are not poor. Let's first start like that. I have to be realistic. So you're asking, where are all these monies going into? The reason why the stock market is looking good is, like we said, because of this forecast, a lot of rich people now have their confidence back in the stock market. So people are putting in monies into companies.
Okay, what about the companies themselves? Because if the company is not doing well, you won't want to go put your money and buy shares.
As much as I agree, I also want to give the president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a lot of thumbs up on this one.
Okay.
Because of policy. One policy can crash your stock market. We are seeing it happen in the US. Donald Trump puts out one policy and some stocks that were looking good lose 3%, 7%, 20% value in 2 days, 3 days. So one wrong policy,
that can happen
that's what I'm saying. Yes, one wrong policy can crash your stock market. So the truth is, the Nigerian president and the Minister of Finance, their policies have been they are well thought out policies, and we are seeing the stock market do very well. We're also seeing a lot of money being pumped. Now, part of the money is I give kudos to the bank. Them liquidating was a good thing for me because a lot of recapitalizing. I mean, a lot of companies were able, like individual companies, were able to buy. At that point, too, I knew how marketers would come and meet you that, look, you own this company, we work together, buy stocks with us.
Permit me to punch this tire.
Please, this guy is moving. Feel free.
Always want to.
Are you noticing what's happening? It's fine with you. Once I start talking now.
No, you can't lose all four tires.
I've changed the one you punched up before. You are not noticing.
You think facts. Okay, yes. Look at it from this angle.
Yes.
Now, we have a lot of banks that, in quote, are doing very well, but we know that a lot of these banks are, I won't call them private businesses. A lot of people are shareholders in these banks.
Yes.
But most of the chief executives own most of the shares in these banks.
Yes.
And a lot of these banks don't open themselves up a lot for people to buy into them.
For safety.
Whose safety? Safety of the founder or safety of the chief executive?
For their own safety.
For that. Okay, now, is it possible, because if we really are looking forward to being able to fund Tinubu's $1 trillion economy,
yes,
our banks need to be capitalized more than 500 billion.
We agree.
Good. So if the chief executives are not ready to leave their 40%, 60%, 25%, how can the bank get above 500 billion?
So the risk in what I see banks do, I may be wrong, is the fear of what happened in the 90s, where one individual can just wake up one morning and say, look, I'm pulling out my shares and I'm selling.
That is what the chief executive has.
Good. So the chief executives feel, since they have a stake, they have majority stake, it's most unlikely for them to pull out.
But no single individual, government can pull up policies.
For example, you won't have a Tony Elumelu who has built his life around his bank and his brand, pull out his shares. So I feel safer with him having a 60% in the bank. I mean, that's me personally. Now, is it world-class practice? I don't know. But if I see somebody that I know, oh, this person is dedicated and has put in over 30 years of his life to build this bank, I'm safer with him being the major shareholder than one person that just comes that may wake up tomorrow and decide to sabotage that particular bank and pull out all his shares and move it to another bank. I'm just saying. And this is why the banking sector, at least some certain banks, seem a little more steady at this point.
A little more steady. Okay, now let's get to you. How will you tell the ordinary person to, hey, there is something happening here? We've seen the world over, there is no single billionaire in dollars that has not made money off the money market.
Yes.
So how would you tell the ordinary person, hey, look at this place. It's viable. Put some money there.
Yes, first of all, how many people are actually aware of the stock market? The capital market, rather. How many people are aware? Some people see it as something for the elite, something for the people that wear tie like you and I. How would you tell the woman selling Emeka at Alaba that invest in stock market? There has to be a bit of learning, digital learning, or skills training rather.
Yes.
They have to be educated. They need to know what stock market. Even if you know, you still must get the knowledge or the expertise or counsel of a stockbroker, whether you like it or not. They are the ones that will tell you what and what. They also need to understand. Now, because Emeka or someone selling, a trader at the market, he wants profit. How do you explain to them that sometimes stock might go up, sometimes it might come down. How do you explain to them that?
Yes.
So you might invest 50 million. And how do you even explain to them that it has to be long-term? Because most stockbrokers will advise you that if you're going into capital market, it's long-term. Don't go into it for short-term, 1 year, 2 years. It's long-term. So and Emeka or Olumide like me is looking to make maybe like extra 5 million in a year so that I can stock my market or stock my shop. So you have to also explain to them that this thing, it goes up, it goes down. Certain factors, government policies, wars, and so many things can influence it going up and coming down.
Sorry, before you come, I'll come to the matter of Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin came out, it was marketed so well. In fact, it was marketed that, look, it is for the Emeka, it is for the teacher, it is for the wheelbarrow pusher, and you can make your money. A lot of people invested a lot in Bitcoin. And when it crashed, even all over the world, a lot of Bitcoins were getting hacked. When it was hacked, when it crashed, we saw how these people lost money. So right now, again, for the common man, they have to be reassured that, look, things, this won't be that bad. Things like right now, you can see Bitcoin is doing very well. Bitcoin is doing almost 300% right now. It's back in the markets. At least the ones that the US government is putting their hands behind it is no more illegal. And some of them, I won't say all the different kinds of Bitcoins because a lot are out there. But right now, we need to reassure the layman, like he said, the Emeka on the streets, the taller in the corner that has her own bole business and wants to reinvest. We need to reassure her. How do we reassure them? We reassure them by solidifying our stock market. And I see the banks doing very well at that. I see oil and gas. Like there's nobody, if you are asked to, we have heard that Dangote has come out now and he's now putting himself on the stock market. There's nobody who is asked to invest in Dangote refineries that would not sit up because we have seen how well the man seems to be doing. So if you reassure the general public and you advertise, people would come there.
Okay. Also, I think we can also advise them for them to feel safe to invest in government bonds. I think that it's safer for them for a start. Then you can start going into the Dangotes and the GTCos and all that. But because Nigerians like get rich quick scheme, that's what led to CBEX. That was what led to the CBEX scam.
Okay.
So how do you now? And people have lost confidence.
Yes. People have
lost calming down.
Yes.
It's true now.
Be calming down. Now, scams exist, yes, but it's not like Nigerians like get rich quick. It's just that people prey on people's vulnerability.
No, they do. Now, let me tell you, as of 1995,
so prey on people's vulnerabilities.
Was a get well scheme in Warri, people fell. In 1999, there was another one. Every 4-5 years, they come up and people always fall.
That's human nature.
So, let's vulnerability.
Let's.
No, but before you go, when you are seeing the highest number, when you are seeing the highest number coming from a particular region, then we know what the problem is.
Okay, now we need a lot of regulation. That is for sure. Government and we need to educate our people and tell them the benefit of getting into the stock market. You don't need to be a millionaire, a billionaire to get into the stock market. It's about being a shareholder in a company or something you want to commit your funds to. Hey, you can even trade. We are getting there. We've got a very short break. And when we return, we'll take our last story for today. Don't go anywhere. Remember, go to SOUQ News TV on all platforms and drop your comments. Talk to us. We really want to read from you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Take Nigeria because it's the mind that needs to first of all be rebranded.
Idris said he's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep their stuff? Within this side, let's also learn citizen diplomacy. See something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
Anthony Onyemaechi Elumelu was born on the 22nd of March 1963 in Jos, North Central Nigeria, to Susanna Dominic Elumelu, originally from Delta State. Tony earned a degree in economics from Ambrose Lee University, where he laid the foundation for his future career, and then furthered his education at the University of Lagos, where he obtained a master's degree in economics. His academic journey also includes attending the Harvard Business School, where he completed the Owner of President Management program, equipping him with advanced business management skills. Tony currently serves as the chairman of Heirs Holdings, Transcorp, and United Bank for Africa, UBA, demonstrating his significant influence in the banking and investment sector. He founded the Tony Elumelu Foundation, which aims to empower African entrepreneurs through comprehensive training, mentorships, and funding opportunities. In addition to his professional achievements, he's also a family man, married to Dr. Adele Vivian Elumelu, and together they have 7 children. In 2020, his efforts were acknowledged when he was named one of Time's 100 most influential people in the world. Anthony Elumelu's net worth is estimated to be around $700 million, a testament to his successful ventures and strategic investments. Elumelu continues to be a driving force in the business world, advocating for sustainable economic growth and empowering the next generation of African entrepreneurs.
To first of all be rebranded.
Idris said he's going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff?
Within this side, let's also learn citizens. See something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
Welcome back. This is our last story for today. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Service has implemented higher application fees starting July 22, 2025. The changes affect employment-based visas, green cards, and investor categories, raising concerns among global employers and foreign professionals. The new fee structure could slow down skilled immigration and affect foreign direct investment flows into the U.S. Analysts say the policy may prompt companies to explore talent options in emerging markets with friendlier immigration frameworks. Your Excellencies, lady,
yes,
and gentlemen,
we are here with you.
Now we are back to Trump. Now, Trump came up with the tariff issue. Then he came up with the illegal immigration issue, immigrant issue. If you know you don't have the papers to live in the U.S., please leave. One of the most hardworking agencies, security agencies in the state now is ICE, going about catching immigrants and sending them back.
You forgot to add the self-declaration, self-deportation.
Self-deportation, and they give you $10,000. I mean,
$1,000.
$1,000. How much is the flight ticket to get there in the first place? Okay, now let's don't go there. Now we see also this particular measure of increased fee in visa applications, all cadre of visa applications. Where exactly is Trump taking this policy to?
So first of all, people are getting angry, or there's people are dragging, and I'm laughing. During this man's campaign, he categorically stated all these things he was going to do. He said it. He said, this country is not going to be a free ride anymore. On 4th of July, they passed the beautiful big bill, and that's the bill for deportation. And they are now, they are trying to look through your normal visa applications. So normally, if you come in as an immigrant, you come in as somebody you are asking for amnesty, you don't pay anything to process a visa. All that is changed now. If you come in that your life is in danger, you first pay $250 to process your visa first. If you are doing the regular visa process, it's about $550 now. Work visa is about 500 now. So if you calculate all these monies together, then your immigration visa is $1,500. Your renewal too is about 5 something. Children's visa, when you have children there and after 5-6 years, they are now coming to now file for citizenship that used to be free before. There's money on it. Why? They have told you the country is overpopulated with immigrants. And what they are trying to do is they are trying to shut down borders and they are trying to reduce population. So they are coming hard on people. Also, the government is looking at, if you are coming into our country, don't come in as a nuisance. Come in with money. So somebody that is paying 550, that's about 2,000 plus, paying another 250 for work permit, paying another 550 for IM something, that's almost 3,000 plus. If you are doing just 3,000 plus for visa, you are not poor. Now, if you are coming in on a traveling visa, you give the government, I think, about $200 or $100. Then if you leave 5 days before your traveling visa expires, you now apply to them. Then they return your money. If it's documented that you left on that day, you don't get that money back. So if you're ever visiting the U.S., you are making, the idea is the U.S. government has, Donald Trump has come out playing. We are broke. We need money. How do we make money?
They actually broke?
Yes, they are the highest borrowers from China.
Yes, we know all
so that. Means the country is broke.
They are
let's and he has said exactly, we know what the problems are. I don't know what people have an issue. Trump is like, look, let's make America great again. We are broke. Even in our brokenness, we are still giving out monies to Africans. We are giving aid. Let's not do that. Let's make money. If you want to come to our country, bring your money.
Okay.
Pay.
Okay. Now let's disagree with them being broke. They can't be broke. They can't be broke and be spending that amount of money on defense alone. That's almost the budget of Africa put together. Let's look at Trump and making money off this particular visa policy.
I think one of the reasons why the increase came is to cover rising operational costs. Now, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, they rely on this application fees and not taxpayers' money. Over time, the cost of processing applications and upgrades and all that has gone up. So this fee hike would help to solve that. That's one. Also, we all know there's a lot of backlogs. So they want to reduce delays. So by increasing application fees, less people would apply. Also, part of it, according to them, is going to humanitarian, asylum seekers and all that, to sort that out. So whether you like it or not, well, in a way, Trump is trying to make money. And I think Doctor explained it at a point when they came out with another policy whereby you can only apply for 3 months. So the idea now is, usually when you apply, you might get 2 years. But when you apply for 3 months now, you have to apply. You keep applying.
I keep paying.
So the money comes back to them. He's smart.
Okay, now let's look at it. For those that are in Lagos, you need to visit Walter Carrington and see the number of people.
In fact,
we're not even talking about Abuja, just Lagos. See the number. We're not even talking about Enugu and just Lagos. You see the number of people that apply for visas. Has this turned to a stream of income?
Yes. So I had a friend pastor back in the day who used to process visas for people. It's for him to process your visa, and most of his work was always done correctly. He will coach you on how to look at the person's eyes when you are answering them. There's a kind of confidence, putting some money into your account so that it looks like you're a business person and all that. At least he had almost an 80% success rate of people who came through his agency. On each person, he was making as much as 800,000. This is 5 years ago.
That is, hold on.
Swift, yes.
Hold on.
Yes.
He is not the person issuing the visa.
He's not doing anything. All he's doing is, you want to travel, bring your documents. Let's put it like this. Sometimes he will tell you, we'll get a new passport for you. Let's change your age. This is the age demographic that they pick. Let's say you do this business. They are more likely to take you, like you, that is a TV host, you are more likely to be granted a visa if you say you are going for holiday. I just want to go. And you have written to CNN, I want to visit your studio. And when they ask you, I want to see how their green screen works, they look at you, Chooks is more likely to come back.
It's not running away.
It's not running away. Then if you say, what do I do? I do business. What kind of business? Selling and buying. My brother, I have money. Look at my account. I do business. You're more likely to do business then. I'm not come back. So he will coach you on the right answers. He will tell you, look, there's a way you sit down in confidence as if you don't really care. In fact, he coached one of my friends and he told the guy to say, I just want to go and spend my money and come back. I want to see what US looks like. And the boy got that visa. So he was making about 800,000. That was 5 years ago.
He's not the one granting the visa. Okay.
For coaching you and putting your papers together.
Is he still doing this business?
Yes.
Are you looking for it?
No. We need to get him to pay some tax. We need to get him to pay.
He was a person who paid tax and he held the other businesses, so he just would pay tax.
Okay. Now our time is well spent. Let's look at Africans. Africans travel a lot.
Yes.
But sorry, before you run, now let me also tell you, if you have gone to the visa office, because I do follow a lot of people, passports there, when passport was 200 Naira, was 25 to take your passport. Because sometimes you bring a passport and they tell you it's wrongly taken. The background is not right. Those boys that are hustling there, to photocopy anything at that time was 1,000 Naira.
Yeah, 1,000.
So you see those boys that are outside, the monies they are making, when you are going, they will say, oh God, don't put your passport like this. So you have to have case so that you will show them that you are keeping it safe. That case is 500 Naira outside. It's 3,500. And because
so there's a whole lot of auxiliary business.
Yes, a whole lot of people that have been employed.
You didn't get to answer my own question.
Yes.
The US government themselves, have they turned that visa office into a business stream?
Yes, even the UK government.
Into a business stream.
It is.
Now, let's now talk about Africans that travel. Now, migration is free.
It's free, yes.
It's not like, it's not a crime. Let's put out there. And Africans migrate. If you came here, they can also go there. So now, when they came via ships and all that. We didn't give you visas to come. So now let's talk about Africans that migrate. Aside going for maybe holidays or specific things, how can African leaders make Africa better so that we'll stop having this illegal migration? People that just want to live at all costs.
It's a whole lot. Now, if you look at Nigeria now, most people who migrate there migrate because of one thing. Or let me not speak generality, but a lot of them that I've spoken to, they migrate because they want to give their children a better future, a system that works. If you ask most of them, they will tell you they just want a system that works. Over there, they are going there to do menial jobs that they cannot do here, but they are guaranteed that they will be paid at the end of 2 weeks or a month. Here we have so many employers owing.
Yes.
How do you solve that? How do you tell a parent who has invested millions in his child for 4 years, 6 years, 7 years, and his child ends up sitting at home for another 4 to 5 years? Those are the things that make people, couples sell. Now, I don't understand the logic behind selling a property of like 100 million naira.
Peer pressure.
And relocating abroad. I mean, are you saying there's no business that you can invest in Nigeria with that money and still yield, even if it's 2 million or $1 million every month? That's another case. So how can the government they have to ensure that policies, because just like she said earlier on, one policy can take down a whole organization. I remember during the days of advertising when LASA came in and they took down boards, a lot of CEOs lost their companies. Just one
government policy. Yes, to everyone out there, we want to say thank you very much for being here with us. And to all our African brothers and sisters, if you have the will and the means to move around the world, hey, go see the world. But go there as a proud African and always keep making us proud. And to our leaders, let's try emulating what's happening in West Africa. A whole lot of change is happening. To CBN Governor, thank you very much. We want to see the economy grow. times 10 of what it is now before the end of the year, then the best way of you trying to cut that inflation, well, keep getting us informed. But please, on this side, we are beseeching you, don't increase the rate. Don't increase the rate. Enugu State, if you can also go further and also get yourself into that shortfall that the discos and jelcos are going to suffer, pay some. And not just pull up policies that say they are not going to pay this amount or they will pay that amount. Come, cough out something so that lets everybody meet themselves in the middle.
Yes.
Things work better that way. So everyone has been out there watching us, going and commenting. So thank you very much. My name is SOUQ, John Roger SOUQ. We'll do this again tomorrow. Remember, be nice. Olumide.
It's been a pleasure staying with us on SOUQ Business Landscape. Let's do this again tomorrow. Let's talk business. Let's talk trends. Let's talk economy and development. I'm Olumide Shokoya.
All right, so I want to say, if you want to jackpot, please realize that it is now $900 to file for an immigration appeal court. So be very careful. Unification to a family, if you want to marry Oyibo, is now $550. Stay in Nigeria, build Nigeria, be Nigeria. My name is Swift Aderito. Thank you for watching.
Take Nigeria because it's the mind that needs to first of all be rebranded.
Said is going to be putting Nigerian labor, Nigeria content and materials first.
If you say Nigeria first and it is just us down here that, are pushing that agenda, it's going to be a big struggle.
Do you think Nigerian firms, Nigerian organizations should start looking at getting their staff involved in this market or buying to keep for their staff? Within this side, let's also learn citizen diplomacy. See something. This is SOUQ Business Landscape.
At the Africa Development Studies Center, ADSC, we are committed to driving sustainable growth and development across Africa through innovative training and research. Our mission, empowering leaders, policymakers, and professionals with the tools they need to create lasting change. With customized training, dynamic research programs, and study exchanges on leadership, management, and other critical development topics, ADSC offers a platform for exchanging cutting-edge ideas and global best practices. We provide comprehensive services in research and consultancy, capacity building and training, education programs, publishing and knowledge sharing. Our esteemed faculty, composed of seasoned experts and researchers, ensures a learning experience that is insightful and practical. We specialize in policy development, implementation strategies, and monitoring and evaluation. At ADSC, learning is engaging and enjoyable. Our unique methodology includes talks, interactive exercises, games, video screenings, and lively seminar discussions, all in a comfortable and friendly environment. For more information, email us at info@adstudiescenter.com or call +234 912 039 2362. Visit our website www.adstudiescenter.com to explore our programs and upcoming events. Africa Development Studies Center, rethinking development for Africa.
On the 19th of August 2025, Paris will come alive with the prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards taking place at the Gauche Hotel, Paris. The prestigious People's Choice Governors Awards is designed to celebrate governors who have contributed immensely to their states in different countries across the world. If you are a governor who's gone above and beyond to deliver transformative projects in your state and country, then this award is for you. To partake of the Governor's Excellence Awards this year taking place in Paris, all you have to do is send an email to souqnexus.com with the words, "I accept," and we will get right back to you. You can also send a WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number scrolling on your screen right now. You don't want to miss Paris for anything, and we are looking forward to celebrating you and your achievements this year. So contact SOUQ Nexus to make that happen.
In the heart of Africa's growing hospitality landscape, where service and professionalism go hand in hand, the Hotel Managers Conference Africa 2025 unfolded in grand style. Held on the 28th and 29th of June at the Lagos Continental Hotel, the two-day gathering welcomed top hospitality professionals, experts, students, and stakeholders from across the continent. Hosted by Sunday Olubenga Omotayo, the conference was a celebration of growth, excellence, and the power of local talent.
Welcome to Lagos. Welcome to Africa.